One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Will the screw ups and we're back for more. More guests and topics to explore. Screw up slash. Welcome back to the S.U.S podcast.
I think, well, when I was like a kid, my mom placed me in a bunch of classes, and one of them was ballet class. So, um, I guess I was like 5 years old back then. So, for me, it was just like a normal weekend activity that I would do. But then, what really like caught my attention to like the world of dance is when I would like watch like the older students take class before mine or after mine. So I'd like watch from the window outside and I just like stare at them and like I just watch them and parang I'd always say na oh my gosh I want to be like them one day. And cuz I had friends, older friends who were more advanced than me. So I'd get inspired by them. Like I'd be like, "Oh, I want to be like her," or I wanna, well, for ballet, for example, oh, I wanna like try on point shoes because on point shoes, they're technically like shoes that like you go on your toes, so you're like literally balancing like that, and not just like normal tippy toes. So yeah, that was really, I guess that was what drove me. Na parang I wanna be like them one day. So yeah, I guess I told my mom na parang yeah, I want to continue dancing. So she enrolled me in like more ballet classes and I think that really sparked like the interest for me to continue it all the way up to now. So yeah. And I guess it's just nice to like see how people like relate with each other through like dance or like through the art form itself. So that's also something interesting for me. So yeah.
When I heard you say point shoes, I was like,
Yeah,
oh
with the
damn,
tippy
point
toes.
shoes pala. I was like, I've always called it like pointy
Ba-
shoes because why not?
ballet
Pointy
shoes
Diba?
shoes,
or just
yeah, they're called
dance
point
shoes.
shoes. It's like
Mm.
a rite of passage for like all the girl dancers. Parang it's always their dream to have their own pair, and then like when you finally have it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's actually really painful. But then like the thrill and like the excitement of it, parang I still remember getting my first pair. So yeah.
Yeah, how
What?
many
That's
pairs
so
do you
cute.
normally go through? Because for sure one's not gonna last you a while,
Yeah,
diba?
Yeah, do you have
definitely
like
not.
a whole closet or
As many as Imelda Marcos na yan.
It depends. But then yeah, I've had a number of point shoes already because like one point shoe only lasts for like let's say 1 month or like 2 months
oh
max.
what?
And then yeah, so especially if it's like your performance season and you keep on rehearsing and all that,
Mm.
all of us, like for example me, I really stock up on like point shoes because if it's too soft, then it will be harder to dance in and parang you'll be more prone to like injuries and all that. So it also like lowers your confidence when like you perform. So I always make sure that I have a spare one and I make sure it's really like the process of like having point shoes. It's super like I guess you could say tedious because you have to wait for the right time for the shoe to be like the perfect fit. Because when you first have it, you have to like break it in. So I'm not sure if you guys watched like those dance movies, but you see people like hitting their shoes on like a wall or like stepping on it and
Yeah,
like
no.
cracking like the
Ooh.
That's
sole.
what that is. I thought they were
Yeah,
just like
to
Yeah. I
yeah
thought they were like just doing it for no
yeah.
for
reason.
like no reason, but there is a reason, right? So
Well, the more we
um
know.
yeah, like
No.
we have to mold it for our feet and for it to feel like comfortable and to make it fit us because basically like every point shoe there's like a different fit, so and our feet are all different. So yeah, then you have to like sew it and all that, so it's really a process. So yeah.
So since this has really like been something that you've been doing since you were like really young pa, like
Yeah.
how has that journey been like for you? Like from those starting stages, like when you started doing dance classes, like all the way until now, because like you're probably like a really prominent dancer now. Like what was it like
in just like the regular classes, or like when you're training for performances? What's that like also? Because
Yeah.
I know it can get pretty intense. I don't know,
Oh
seeing from
yeah,
all
for
like the ballet
sure.
shows and stuff, like it takes a lot of like practice and months of training.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, like I guess when I started when I was like 5 years old, cause I was still in like another studio, not like in the studio where I dance in now. But then, yeah, um, yeah, it was more of like a hobby talaga. Like, okay, I'll just do it. But then when I moved back here to Manila and I went to my dance studio, that was when, and like I saw like the level of performances that these advanced people would do, like people lifting each other and like the jumps and the turns. I was like, wow, like I want to be like that. It wasn't an easy journey. Like there were so much ups and downs, and there were like times wherein I really wanted to give up, because I think it was like during high school when when you're in high school, life happens, and you meet so much people, and you just want to make the most out of your experiences, and like in college as
Mhm.
well. So there were times when I just wanted to give it up, but then like my mom would always talk to me, because my mom's super supportive naman, and she was like saying na, you'll regret it if you don't finish it, so just finish it. And then I was like, yeah, that's true. Like when we were gonna do our bows already, like one by one, um I was like in the side waiting, like after my turn, and then I was starting to tear up, because I was like, oh my gosh, like all these years of like class, like RAD classes, are finally coming to an end. Like I guess I got senti na all of the times wherein I wanted to give up, or the times wherein I was really tired, but I just kept on pushing. Like it's all coming to an end. So when I like when we left the exam room, I started tearing up, and then my ballet teacher's like, "Oh my gosh, what happened? Did you fall? What happened?" And I was like, "No, I'm just really like I guess overwhelmed. Na, like this whole process is like done, and it's like an ending of a huge chapter of my life for a
Of
while."
course.
But yeah,
That's huge.
so yeah, yeah, being a dancer, like it takes a lot of time to be good at like a certain skill. Like it's not something you can develop overnight, but more of like consistency and commitment to showing up in class and practicing and just trying to master it or make it look perfect on stage. So yeah, I kind of have my own space now here at home. So
Nice.
Oh.
yeah, well, I
Jam
don't have like
studio.
no. I
Nice
think
one.
I bought like a it's like a mat that, because like in a normal studio you have like this special flooring. So I bought like a mat version of that, and then I got like a ballet bar and all that. So whenever I have the time, I dance in my living room. So my family, like they're used to seeing me dance na at home, like me doing my own thing. So yeah, it really, I guess, during this whole pandemic, dance helped me cope with everything that's going on here, because yeah, like like the cases, or like the news about a lot of things. Parang whenever I get like overwhelmed, I just find time to dance, and after that, I'm like, okay, I feel much better. So okay, I'll go back to like my normal routine. So yeah,
That's so good to hear, diba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
really.
Dancing Queen. Diba?
Throwback, throwback.
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 That's one of the classics, man. Can't
Yes,
So
beat
I
it.
agree.
random.
I love that song. I love that song. Yeah.
What like life lessons have you learned or accumulated
Mm-hmm.
ever since you started pursuing this art form, diba, called ballet or dance?
Um, Honestly, a lot. But then on the top of my head, I'd probably say grit, perseverance, passion, and hard work, and how to be graceful under pressure. Wow. But
Mm.
yeah, really. Like more than the
Nice.
technique, that I gained, and like all those dance lessons I've had, it's really the values that really stuck with me up to now. And it's something that I also try to carry when I'm in school or like in other aspects of my life.
Having all those lessons that you get from something that you're passionate about and be able to apply it to other aspects of your life. But that's
Yeah.
like the best thing ever, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and I guess
So
like aside from that, like my family also, like my support system,
Yeah.
I'm super thankful for them, because even when I feel like I'm losing my way, they also managed to put me back on track. So yeah, I'm super thankful for that as well.
so it really is puro blood, sweat, and tears, no.
Yeah, really.
That's
Yeah, it's
passion, bro.
perseverance and passion that'll drive you forward.
Yeah, yeah, really.
To become a what insult, the dancing queen.
A dancing
Yeah, dude.
queen.
Dancing queen. Yeah, you're a dancing queen.
Sample insult joke.
All right, dancing. I don't memorize it. I just know the chorus.
He's doing it.
Dancing
I
queen.
was just kidding.
I don't know the chorus. I don't know the rest. I just know that part.
My dance teacher once told me when I graduated high school, she was like, "Don't stop dancing. You need it for your soul. You should do it for yourself." And those lines really, like, throughout the years after high school, it really stuck with me, because she was right. Na there were times when I had a break from dance, but then my body was looking for it, and the feeling talaga is just different when you've been so used to dancing your whole life and you just put a sudden stop to it. So yeah, I would tell them that, like, don't stop dancing, do it for your soul, because you need it and you should do it for yourself. When times get tough, just maybe it's good to take a break, but then always remember the reason why you started and your end goal. If your end goal is to be like a professional dancer, then you have to put in the hours and the work for you to get there. Or if you just want to like master, like for example, like a turn or pirouette or a faute, like, you have to tell yourself that you could do it, and you shouldn't be discouraged, because there will be people who will discourage you, or like other factors that will discourage you, but just remember why you started.
1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks for tuning in to our Screw Up Sesh. We'll hope we'll see you again. Screw Up Sesh, Screw Up Sesh. Thanks for tuning in to our stupid podcast.